Hello and welcome to another Ghost Recon Wildlands video. In this video today I'm going to show you all the 21 locations for the bonus event challenge Day of the Skull. And once you complete this challenge you get this mask. If you don't want to get this mask and you don't want to spend hours to complete the challenge, well then don't do it. Otherwise I hope this video will help you. It's next to impossible to do this challenge on your own and only with the hints that Ubisoft gives you. So it's not really considered as cheating if you look up 1 or maybe even 21 locations on YouTube. But before we get into this challenge, I have to talk about Title Update 9. Title Update 9 was the update that got released on Tuesday and brought us this challenge on Wednesday. Now the problem with Title Update 9 is that it broke so many things in Ghost War that it made the entire PvP mode really unenjoyable. It was supposed to fix some bugs, but I don't really think it fixed one bug properly. Instead, it introduced a whole bunch of more bugs. For example, you're not able to mark enemies, you're not able to see their names when you're using a scope. The SATCOM tracker of the Sentinel is now very broken. The Assassin is extremely hard to mark or actually unmarkable, and so on and so on. There's a lot of stuff broken, and the problem with this is that we're going to get the Title Update 10, which is going to introduce more content by the end of the month November. But if Ubisoft doesn't fix the bugs, and I mean all bugs that are really annoying and all the new bugs that got introduced with Title Update 9, then I see a lot of people leave in Ghost War because it becomes unplayable and unenjoyable. So I really hope they fix that, but I'm not that confident, to be honest. Anyways, let's get into this challenge now. Now, when you want to start the challenge, you have to go to this location first. This is a cemetery and it is located in La Cruz. It's called the El Bosque Quemado Cemetery. And once you entered this location, you actually start the challenge and you're good to go and collect the 21 skulls. Now the first skull is on top of the El Sueño Mausoleum. You should actually know where it is. It's very hard not to find it. It is hint number 3 in the Ubisoft video. And of course, the El Sueño Mausoleum is located in the province of Pucara. You need a helicopter to get up there, but I guess that's kind of obvious. Now the second location we have to go to is in Malcar, and it is the Holy Malcar base, or actually it is inside the church of El Cardinal. Now I don't have any footage of me picking up the skull. That's the only clip that I did not save, but I am pretty sure I know where the skull is located. And it should be here on the left side. Now I'm not 100% sure. You might have to look for it. If it's not exactly here, then it is definitely in close proximity. Maybe there. I don't know exactly, but it is here. And yeah, the Holy Malca base is located right here. Now the third skull is in the province of Media Luna, and it is shown as hint number 4 in the Ubisoft video. You can see this alarm tower. The problem in the video is it makes the sound of a Recon tower, so at first I thought it is the coca farm, but it's not. You can see the yellow containers there, and if you look for the skull, it is up here in the sniper tower. It's quite hard to spot because it's a skull with flowers on top, and you might think it's just normal decoration, but it's actually the skull you want to grab. It's next to a little town called La Loma, and you can actually fast travel to that town. Again, it's in the province of Media Luna. Now the fourth skull is in the province of Barbechos, and this might be interesting for Dougal. Those pipes here are shown as tip number 1 in the Ubisoft hint video, and once you walk up on those pipes you land on this oil tank and see what's there. Relatively hidden, it's a skull, and this is skull number 4, again in the province of Barbechos. And this is, of course, in the Barbechos mine. Now skull number 5 is in Inca Camina base, and Inca Camina base is of course in Inca Camina. Now, the Inca Camino base is relatively hard to infiltrate, but once you've done that, and special thanks to Jim for helping me with it, you can find the skull on this shelf right here. The next skull is also quite hard to find. I got the option to take it before I could even spot it because it is inside of one of those barrels. Again, thanks to Jim for letting me know where the skull exactly is. This is of course in the province of Monteyuk, and it's at this small tower located right here. Now the next one really took us some time to find. I think we passed it multiple times saying that we gotta be close. We actually walked over it, fell next to it, and yeah, eventually we found it. One hint, you can actually see it right now. It's really, really close. It's on top of this school. This school is located in the province of Mojocoyo. It's the main building in this base. And again, it took us 20 minutes to find it, even if we were knowing what we are looking for. But as you can see here, there's a glass roof. It's relatively easy to fall through it, but if you look closely, you can see a skull and you can actually pick it up. Now this location should be familiar to you. It is the location that was shown in the very first trailer of Wildlands. It is in Remanso. I think it is called the Liquid Coke Factory. I'm not 100% sure, but it is a Santa Muerte church, and you have to go to the top level. There is a little office room there, and that's where the skull is located. And on the one side you got this desk, and on the other side you have a casting couch, and right next to the casting couch on that table you can find the skull with the cowboy hat on. Up next we got Koani, and Koani, for fuck's sake, Ubisoft. Koani was hinted in the Ubisoft video as hint number 7, and they showed the Desert Outpost sniper tower. However, the skull is somewhere completely else. It's absolutely unrelated to the sniper tower, unrelated to Desert Outpost. I don't know what they were thinking by giving us this hint. It's so hard to find this skull, even if you know where you have to look. It is behind this cactus here, and I don't know how people actually found this one, because this was incredibly hard, and we were looking in the Desert Outpost map for an hour and couldn't find anything. Of course not, because it's here. Now the next skull is located in the province of Tabacal. You have to enter this train tunnel right here, and then you have to do it like CJ and just follow the damn train. And once you're underneath this road, you will find a skull laying on the train tracks. You're gonna find skull number 11 in the province of Montepunchu. It is on the east side of the province at a rebel campsite. Very easy to find right next to this tent right here. The next one is also easy to get. It is located in Espiritu Santo. and it is at a location which is called Shrine of Purity. There is one guard there, but it's relatively hard to spot the skull. You see, I get the option to take it before I actually saw it again. This is because it is one of those flower skulls. But yeah, there's not much enemy resistance there, so it's easy to get this one. The next one is also easy to get. It is located in Villa Verde. It is at this lookout location and a very obvious spot. So this one wasn't too hard to find. It's right next to this cross here. You can actually enjoy the view when you pick it up, or you can just move on to the next location. Up next we got Okoro. El Altiplano Verde is what the ranch is called, and this is shown as hint number 2 in the first Ubisoft hint video. Now you got 2 guards there, and then you have to run through the entire ranch. You're gonna see the cows that you might have seen in the Ubisoft video, and then you know that you are at the right location. I actually used my drone to find it because I didn't know exactly where to look at. It's south of this ranch, and well, there are not much enemies. Again, only 2 enemies, and one of the good things is there's a helicopter if you want to get away and connect. The next skull. Skull number 15 is located in the very first province of the game, in Itaqua, in Jopil, which is also known as the Dogtown. Now, this skull took me some time to find because it is extremely hidden. It's underneath a bed. And I checked every building. I think I checked every building at least twice until I found it. So it really helps to know where you have to look for it. Again, there is no enemy resistance, so once you know where you have to look, it's actually easy to get. And then we got San Mateo, the San Mateo prison. And what the hell was Ubisoft thinking? It didn't took me too long to spot the skull, which is located right here on top of the radio tower. But then guess what? It took me 30 minutes to pick it up, and you can see a few of these embarrassing attempts. I don't know how I made it in the end. Probably some people won't struggle, but I really had my issues with that one. Yeah, parachuting wasn't an option, but eventually I grabbed it. And of course, this is located in the location called La Cárcel del Pueblo in San Mateo. And I can tell you, it really feels rewarding when you grab this skull. The next skull is in Agua Verde, or to be precise, it's at the beach of the Agua Verde resort. I believe it's called Paraíso Agua Verde or something like that. I'm pretty sure I do not pronounce it correctly. Anyways, the skull is right here at this bar thing. The next skull is located in Caimanes, and it is inside the Las Aguilas shipwreck. You have to jump through this window here, and then you see the skull right in front of you. There are a few enemies, but it's not too hard to get this skull. Skull number 19 is in FOB Serpiente, which is in the province of Flor de Oro. It is the Unidad base with the prison, and it is in prison block A, which is the opposite block to what you know from the campaign and from Fallen Ghosts. It is in this cell here. And to get it, of course, you have to deal with Unidad. The second last skull happens to be in Libertad, and it is in the Chemical Institute, or to be precise, it is in the library of the Chemical Institute. And I believe that the library is on the second floor. Anyways, it's kind of hidden in this bookshelf here. And to get it, you have to deal with some Santa Blanca soldiers. Now the last one takes us back to the province of La Cruz. And the last one, to be honest, was San Mateo all over again. You can see in the background, I used a lot of helicopters. I destroyed a lot of Santa Blanca reinforcements vehicles. And the hardest thing about it is that there is a SAM battery nearby as well. Now, the skull is on top of the tower of this destroyed church, which is called the San Rodrigo Monastery. And of course, you cannot simply walk or climb up to it. You have to use a helicopter. In the end, I had to use 2 helicopters at once, and then it worked out for me. Again, just like in San Mateo, it felt really rewarding picking this one up, especially since it was the last one for me. You can, of course, do this challenge in any order that you want to. But once you collected all those 21 skulls, it says Solo Challenge 2 out of 3 completed, and to finally complete the challenge, you have to go back to the cemetery. This, by the way, is the location for the last skull, of course. And yeah, once you're back at the cemetery, you complete the challenge and you get rewarded with the Day of the Skull mask, and all the people are celebrating. In case you don't like happy people, just kill them. My thoughts on this challenge, personally, I found it too hard, but I guess that was the idea. It was a bonus challenge. It was definitely the longest mission in the game ever, and I'm kind of disappointed by the reward. I mean, I really like the mask. I would prefer if you could paint it green, of course. And I also like the stuff that you have to buy from the latest package. That is really cool stuff, and I would have liked to get it for free just by completing this bonus challenge. But well, I guess the mask is a nice thing to have. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks to everyone who helped me with that. Special thanks to the people at the Ubisoft forum who did a brilliant job by collecting all those hints and picking up all those skulls. And I hope you got all your skulls and you got the nice new mask as well. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more content up soon.